welcome to Now Showing. This week is a mixed bag of many worlds. A little high octane and a lot of sober, graceful cinema. Some play to the gallery, while some revel in the beauty of moderation. I'm Atika Farooqui and we are together in this race to reach a healthy mix of many worlds. So let's start with the highlights. Bholaa is a play of blood, breaking bones and an invincible protagonist, not for the soft-hearted. A chat with Shekhar Kapur on his cross-cultural film on arranged marriages. And singer Sukhbir talks about collaborating with Salman for the film Kisi ka Bhai, Kisi ki Jaan. Let's talk about Bholaa. Well, Bholaa is the story of one crazy night involving drugs, gangsters and a father dying to meet his daughter. ACP Diana, played by Tabu, fights a gang of thieves and confiscates 900 kilograms of drugs from them, worth rupees 1,000 crores. She hides the drugs in the basement of the sprawling Lalganj police station. At night, she attends the retirement party of her senior. In a strange turn of events, all the 50 cops at the party faint one by one after drinking that spiked drink. It falls upon Diana to transport all of these unconscious cops to the hospital and not let the drugs fall back into the hands of the drug cartel. Diana asks Bholaa, played by Ajay Devgn, to help her ferry these unconscious cops to the hospital before they die. Bholaa has just got released from jail after 10 years of imprisonment. He is all set to go to an orphanage to meet his daughter, Jyoti, whom he has never seen before. Bholaa is the official remake of Kaithi from 2019. Lokesh Kanaraj's story is promising and has all the trappings of a full-on commercial entertainer. Ankush Singh, Amil Kian Khan, Sridhar Rajesh Dubey and Sandeep Kevlani's screenplay could have been more impactful though. A few scenes, however, are well thought of. Ankush Singh, Amil Kian Khan, Sridhar Rajesh Dubey and Sandeep Kiwan's dialogues are meant to induce claps and whistles. Ajay Devgn's direction, particularly in the action scenes, is praiseworthy. On the flip side, the film is visually quite dark. Lack of emotional appeal and mostly a play of blood and flesh ripping apart is something the audience must be prepared for. The cinematography by Asim Bajaj is impactful. Deepak Dobriyal has experimented in his roles from comedy to this one, which is extremely menacing figure here who breaks heads with a hammer. Vineet Kumar plays a character called Nithari, who is the older brother of Deepak Dobriyal here and loves to eat eyes, as he says that in a dialogue. Gajraj Rao plays a senior corrupt cop but is not quite clearly established in the story. Sanjay Mishra, as an honest constable, finds his way as always and is likable. Ramzan Bulut and R.P. Yadav's action is one of the high points of the film. A few shots are too violent though, and I was very uncomfortable watching. On the whole, it's from the family of KGF, Pushpa and those high-octane South Indian films that ally with the intrigue of a night in a jungle, speed of the racing cars and bikes, blood flying in the air and reinforce the infallibility of the protagonist with machoistic scenes. If you like this universe and are a die-hard fan of Ajay Devgn, this one is a well-made one for you. Moving on, Shekhar Kapur is back with a unique film. What's Love Got to Do With It? Is a British romantic comedy film directed by Shekhar Kapur from a screenplay by Jemima Khan. Yes, of course, the wife of the Prime Minister of Pakistan, Mr. Imran Khan. The film stars Lily James, Shahzad Latif, Shabana Azmi, Emma Thomson, Sajal Ali and many more. Set between London and Lahore, a filmmaker documents her childhood friend and neighbor's arranged marriage to a bride from Pakistan. Kapur, who was born in undivided India and has lived in many countries, reinterprets the meaning of arranged marriages for the Western world here. With the rising number in late marriages, divorces and live-in setups, it would be interesting to see how this multi-award-winning globe-trotting director would redefine the meaning of an arranged marriage for the world audience. I caught up with him for a frank conversation on love, marriages and the premise of this movie.
Hi, Mr. Kapoor. Thank you for your time. I'm sitting in India right now, and I surely know what the movie is all about because we've kind of watched this entire concept of what's got love to do with it. While the elderly members of the family arrange a marriage. In your film, it's called assisted marriage, which is like a much better word, easy on the senses as opposed to arranged. And the elderly members always have to say the same thing. What's love got to do with it when two people are getting married? A scene in your film goes like this. You walk into a marriage and then love happens. So, and what a beautiful ensemble. You were directing it. Jamima Khan has written it. Sajal Ali from Pakistan is there. Emma Thomson is a British actress. Shabana Azmi is an Indian actress. This is beautiful. How did all of this happen?
Well, listen, I did not write the first draft of the script. The script was sent to me by Working Title, which is a company I worked with before. And it was script by Jemima. And I read the script in its first version. And exactly what you're saying, I thought, even though they keep saying it's a rom-com, it's a very relevant thing. I was quite fascinated by, this idea that we are all searching for love all the time. And love, intimacy is the same thing. It's about, So really what we're doing is, it's a fundamental need, a fundamental human need to find intimacy with others. We are a sharing race. And so I kind of got fascinated with this idea of Zoe, the girl, played by Lily James, who's now a huge star all over the world. We were lucky to get her. And Zoe is this girl who is addicted to Tinder or to dating apps, any kinds of dating apps, and hoping that somewhere in that dates and constant dates, she will find somebody that she can fall in love with. I remember Lily asking me what I thought, and I said, I think you're in a tumble dryer. You're just going round and round. The character, Zoe, not her. The character's going, and then she suddenly has this best friend who actually has given himself no choice. So on the one side, there's almost as much choice as you want. Remember that before the dating apps, women didn't have the choice. Now a young girl can, or anyone could go to a dating app and say, I want to date this guy. I want to date this guy, and can reach out herself. And there's no longer any kind of, chant ladki hai. It's straight. It's straight. Boys and girls are now exactly in the same situation. So at one point, there's as much choice as you want. On the other hand, with your parents, you give yourself up to no choice. Bhaiya, tum dekho, you watch it. So somewhere in between, there is this concept of how do you find love? And what I like about the script is it doesn't tell you. It's not like a rom-com, every rom-com at the end ends with a chase to the airport or the train station, and the train went, but the boy or the girl stayed behind, and they hug and they live happily ever after. So my conclusion is that, or the film also says it, love is not a happily ever after. Love is a constant yearning, a constant need. It's a constant longing.
Having grown up in India, I mean, likewise, you and I both, we have watched Suraj Barjatia's movies. Just a couple of weeks ago, I was in conversation with him about his movies, and then he told me that a woman walked out of a movie hall after watching my movie, and she walked up to me and she said, "Why do you make these movies? It's not a practical world. This is not happening anymore. Love doesn't exist. Everything is so practical these days." Then I was in conversation with Karan Johar, and I told him that in your movie, the actor says, the protagonist says, "Shadi to zindagi mein ek hi baar hoti hai," and in the same movie, he actually gets married twice. So what has been told to us, the society, by way of movies, has been quite contradictory to what actually happens in real life.
Yeah.
And there's this huge confusion about what love is, and can we marry again? Can love happen twice? I'm in conversation with Javed Akhtar a couple of months ago, and in front of a huge audience, live audience, he said, "Who says love cannot happen twice? Who says you cannot marry twice?" So the Indian audience and the society is also going through this huge turmoil, a change, a positive change, where we actually need catalysts like these movies, such as yours, What's Love Got to Do with It, to reinterpret the meaning of love and marriage.
Yeah, love can happen multiple times. I think we confuse love with ownership. It's the biggest, the easiest way to kill love is to say, I love you, you love me, now you belong to me. What does that mean? Love exists in the whole concept of freedom. So you can fall in love. I fell in love multiple times. So what can I say? We get committed to one person. That doesn't mean we can't love another person, you know? So it's love, as I say, it's a constant mystery. It will stay a mystery. It'll always be very, very mysterious. And that's the adventure of love. It is mysterious.
This movie is actually being liked by so many people, and it's actually a cross-cultural experience where you get to see and experience different cultures and how the same thing is interpreted in a different way by another country and their countrymen. You have a British actress, Emma Thomson, and an Indian actress, Shabana Azmi, and a Pakistani actress, Sajal Ali. Shabana Azmi views cinema as
a huge British star, Lily James. Yeah. She's
absolutely.
Actually the biggest name in the film right now.
Absolutely, you're right. So the thing is that the world is increasingly becomes smaller and tinier, and we all are essentially world citizens now. What do you think are the qualities everybody, especially in our subcontinent, should have in their personalities for them to become more inclusive, diverse, and adaptable?
Well, one of the reasons that I was very conscious of this is that it should not be perceived as a monoculture. You know, this is about this one culture. This is about, because it's happening in Lahore in Pakistan, it is their culture. It's exactly the same culture in Indian weddings. It's exactly the same culture, the way we get married, the 7-day celebrations, all of that is the same. Now, this idea that we call arranged marriage, let's take that. Which marriage in the world does not, in some way or the other, this concept doesn't exist. I know several Jewish friends of mine whose parents are constantly trying to get them married. You know, they fall in love with somebody else, the mother likes somebody else. So that's true in every culture. I remember when I had the first trial, first showing for cast and crew and everybody, 3 young men came up to me from my crew. One was Scottish, one was English, and one was Spanish. And they said, you know, Nani Jaan that you've shown is exactly like our grandmothers. So the whole idea behind this, I was very, very keen that people see this. It doesn't matter that this is the culture all over the world.
It's been shot between Lahore and Britain, London, and with such an ensemble, big ensemble cast. I'm just imagining what the set would be like with people from different nationalities, cultures. Now that you've worked on this project, how are you a changed person, and what are things from the making of the film that have stayed with you?
It's the changed person that has already been changed that has influenced this film. And so, you know, who you are gets reflected in the film, who I am at that moment. But that does not mean that as an artist, you don't learn from the film. Because what I do is, I never tell the actors what to do.
Okay.
Okay, so I do a lot of kind of workshops, not rehearsals, but workshops with the actors. And then I hand the parts over to the actors and say, now you interpret the part from how you are, not from how you feel or how you feel the character should be, but from inside. And so what you learn is your constant state of learning as, Lily James is interpreted like that. Oh, I didn't know that. You know, I didn't know that character could be like this. You actually discover what the character is like. Oh my God, Shabana did this. I see. You know, we had long conversations, but somewhere an intuition has said this character is like this. And you've lived with those characters, you're making the film, and each actor is teaching you. I constantly am in a process of learning and understanding human nature by working with great actors like I did have in this film.
You know, I want to tell you of an incident. A friend of mine who's in the armed forces had a very bitter divorce. And he told me, and this is a statement that he used, that now I have realized in my 50s that men and women are the 2 sides of a road and they can never meet. It's good to meet once in a week, a chat, and then go back to their respective worlds. And I said, no, I don't agree with that. In this world where women are becoming extremely independent, men are also caught between the 2 worlds, one that was told to them by their mother and the one that they see on social media and in the changing cinema and in the changing outer landscape. There is definitely a shift which everybody needs to adapt to in order for them to have a beautiful, peaceful life. What do you think are the expectations of men and women from each other now that you've traveled to so many countries?
You know, there was, and it lingered for too long, this idea that the girl is supposed to be shy. Kinni samajhdar hai, kinni pyari hai, and the boy would accept the fact that the girl has to be shy. And if the girl said no, we were told it's okay, it's okay. She's just saying no because she's shy. You know, it went on for so long. It was exaggerated in all our Hindi films. You know,
Right.
the shy girl and the aggressive boy in the same. That has started to shift. You know, and that's one thing that has happened, and I'm so glad it's happened. You know, nobody's shy. You know, men are shy. You know, women are, and women can take the lead. So that has shifted, and it's taken a long time for it to shift. That doesn't mean that families don't want to still decide. You know, they're not necessarily looking for a shy girl. They're looking for somebody that they think will be good. Because remember, arranged marriages were never between two people originally. They were between families. It was a family idea, so that because we were all living in joint families. Now we don't live in joint families, right? Because of the urban shift in India and everywhere else, you don't have houses big enough to have joint families. So it's a guy and a girl, it's a man and a boy and a girl together. They have to now carry each other's burdens. So we are in a place where everybody now is sort of trying to find their way about what is this relation between men and women, and we are finding our way. It's fine. But the way, finding your way can only be in equality.
Thank you for making this film and look forward to more of your work.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
Time for a short break. When we come back, we have Sauda Khara Khara singer Sukhbir Unplugged. Right here, don't go away. Welcome to Now Showing. I'm Atika Farooqui, Punjabi pop singer and voice behind such songs like Sauda Khara Khara and Dil Tera Tadpaave and Gal Ban Gaye, has a new song out, this one titled Billy Billy from the film Kisi Ka Bhai and Kisi Ki Jaan. My colleague Vishal Chatkara spoke to Sukhbir about this new song and why he wasn't happy with the workings of Bollywood.
ओ तेरे आगे तो चांद लगे फर्जी ओ तू ये माने या ना माने तेरी मर्जी ओ बिल्ली बिल्ली अख गोरिए ओ दिंदे मुंडे अन्न पट गोरिए तेरे पीछे है फिरन कमारे.
Sukhbir, that was of course your latest song Billy Billy, which is that
Yes.
footapping number from the film Kisi Ka Bhai Kisi Ki Jaan starring Salman Khan. Would you agree when I say this? Everyone in Bollywood wants Sukhbir and the magic of his music for their films.
I think I would want to agree with you, but Abhi, I haven't done a lot of Bollywood work. The ones that I've done so far is probably remakes of my older songs, and this is the first sort of a brand new composition stroke musical song that I've joined hands with Salman.
So, what was Salman Khan's reaction when he heard the song for the first time?
I think it was an instant love for the song. The only change that they wanted, it was originally a whole fully Punjabi song. And he wanted, he had requested कि अगर हम कुछ lyrics इसको हिंदी में करें. So मैंने थोड़ा insist किया कि I insisted that let's have at least the chorus in Punjabi. It's the essence of the song. It goes very well with the beats as well. But his slight argument was let's try and approach a wider audience with the Hindi language, which I agree with him. I think it was a fair choice.
You know, the good part is that this is not another recreation of your previous hits like Soda Khara Khara or Ish Tera Tadpaave. We actually grown up listening to these songs and we felt, why are they reproducing or recreating this song? Do you also sometimes feel that I can offer more and I have a lot of music to give?
Yes. Absolutely. I mean, there's so much new product that we have, and but then sometimes the thing is, it's not our choice. I do pitch brand new songs always. मैंने कभी पुराना गाना pitch ही नहीं किया कि इसको वापस बना के हम करते हैं. It's I think maybe the trend has been कि an older song which now you remake it and it kind of connects with the younger generation. Sauda Khara Khara, if it was connecting to the 90s era, and now I can see teenagers, when I perform at weddings and concerts, that they know the words.
But the other song which find a connection with today's generation, in every generation, is your song Ish Tera Tadpaave. Would you please like to give us a few lines of that song?
Absolutely. ਹੋ ਤਾਰੇ ਗਿਣ ਗਿਣ ਯਾਦ ਚ ਤੇਰੀ ਮੈਂ ਤਾਂ ਜਾਗਾ ਰਾਤਾਂ ਨੂੰ ਰੋਕ ਨਾ ਪਾਵਾਂ ਅੱਖੀਆਂ ਵਿੱਚੋਂ ਗਮ ਦੀਆਂ ਬਰਸਾਤਾਂ ਨੂੰ ਓ ਹੋ 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 ਇਸ਼ਕ ਤੇਰਾ ਤੜਪਾਵੇ
You know, in one of your previous interviews, you said that in Bollywood, everyone promises you a song. Would you please like to talk to us about it and about this displeasure of yours about Bollywood?
Initially, back in the day, when I used to get very excited कि उन्होंने बोला हम फिल्म बना रहे हैं आज वो बॉलीवुड गाना दो and bro ये गाना तो hit है this is definitely in the film and you get so excited and then finally when the film comes out your song is not there you know it was like a lot of disappointments even with Salman back in his film Kick so he had asked for a couple of tracks which I pitched Yo-Yo Honey Singh had pitched Mika Singh had pitched, you know, many other. So for one song, one scenario in one film, they have so many options, which is fair enough because they want to filter out and get the right song for the right situation, which is understandable. But you are made to believe that this is it. So I guess there, when it doesn't happen, there is some disappointment. But now having learned, I don't get very excited. I work on the songs and we see how far it goes. Or jab release hota hai, then you get excited. हाँ, चलो अभी finally.
But Sukhbir, you have completed close to 30 years in the music industry. How do you see the evolution of Sukhbir's music? Are there things that you think you would have done differently or you have incorporated in your music? Because you are familiar with other genres because you've grown up in Kenya, you know Afrobeat, you know UK pop music, you know reggae.
Absolutely. I mean, we keep experimenting. Having lived in Dubai as well, you get influenced by the local environment you're in. So Arabic music has been playing a major role in my current influences. I love Spanish music a lot. You know, the Spanish guitar. So I've been experimenting a lot with that. So coming with a Latin version of my older songs as well. So just an album, so people to give them a refreshing sound with songs that they're familiar with. A very slow and lounge version of the same songs. For example, if it's Soda Karakara, the original tempo is 145 beats per BPM. Dil dena, dil lena, soda khara khara. So everyone's used to like this tempo where it's like maddening. So if you just tone it down and you know Dil dena, dil lena, soda khara khara. So that this tempo with a very chilled out guitar, saxophone playing, and so surprisingly, the result has been very, very good. I'm very happy about it. Dil dena, dil lena, dil dena, dil lena, soda khara khara, soda khara khara.
That's all this week, but next time we meet, I have a surprise for you. Till then, you keep watching good cinema on whichever platform you like. But make sure it enhances your life. I'm Atika Farooqui saying goodbye only for a blink of a time. Till then, see you.